off, I know this was a destination. This was kind of the goal last season ended carrying over to this year. Just how proud of you are you of this group to get back to Hot Springs once again?
Oh man, I think they've done a really good job. I feel like we battled maybe a little more adversity than we have in the past with this group, just between you know uh, seeing it a few times and being there and coming off of that state championship win. Sometimes you don't get lazy at all, but you get a little complacent. And that road in 1A basketball is long. We've played 44 games this year, and so really kind of seeing them wake up and play hard and battle through the state tournament. And I feel like they're really kind of zoned in and prepared mentally for the possibility of going out on top one more time, which is what they want.
How much has that just helped just this run, having essentially a core group that you guys have had essentially the last 3 to 4 years? How big has that been for this program?
Oh, it's been huge, and we play kind of purposefully. We play a really tough schedule, and we try to make sure that our kids, we kind of have this mantra of nothing new. We don't want to be surprised by much. We want to have seen really good shooters, really good athletes, really good defenders, really good this and that, and so it's been really good for these older kids because one, they've been in those situations a ton before, but two, they're doing a really good job of mentoring the younger kids who are out there with them, and um, younger kids are going to mess up. And the first thing that you see on our team when that happens is an older kid going to get them and telling them it's going to be okay, or telling them how to fix it, or just reassuring them and keeping them comfortable. And I feel like our older kids have done a really good job of that this year.
You're mentioning the phrase "nothing new." You face an opponent you faced quite a bit in Hot Springs this last couple years. What has it just been like with you guys and Norfolk, kind of two programs that have kind of really been on the upswing and have really been, the queens, so to speak, of 1A girls basketball?
Yeah, it's been interesting to say the least. Obviously we're really familiar with their personnel and they're really familiar with our personnel. And I'm sitting there watching game film this week thinking, okay, well, I know what this kid's, probably gonna do, or they've got some new things. Obviously, you got to change it up a little bit every year, but I think it's kind of a neat deal. In fact, I'd like to see about seeing when the last time the same two teams have met 3 times in the finals, in consecutive years have been, because I bet I think it's a pretty rare thing. And so I'm really glad, they've had their core group for as long as we've had our core group. And it's kind of as much as I would enjoy playing somebody else in the finals, it's kind of neat for it to be us and them and get down to one more time, one more shot. We've both beat each other in the last 2 years, and so it'll be a fun way to go out with all these seniors together on the floor, ours and theirs.
Just what have just been some of the things you guys have just tried to work on these last couple days?
Oh, and like I said, it's just mainly now they do actually have a couple new pieces. They've got their core group, but they've got some really young kids, and so it's mainly just we kind of know what to account for on some of the older ones. We know their capabilities and things. And it's just getting everybody ready for what the older ones might do, what the young ones might do, how they're going to approach us, and then that's the other thing is if there's ever a group that's, familiar with our team, it's them. And so you got to figure out what kind of wrinkles you want to throw into things and what might give you a slight edge here and there, because that state finals game is really just you coach it minute to minute almost, and you got to be able to kind of be really versatile and dynamic. And so that's what we've been working on, trying to make sure we've got something in our back pocket.
Bryn, this is a place. This is kind of the target you guys had the second the season ended. What does it mean to get back to the state finals?
It means a lot this year. Coach Small talked about some adversity that we faced, and we have faced a lot of challenges this year, but especially outside of basketball. I mean, we've had injuries, we've had some losses in our community, and the biggest thing has been senioritis, burnout, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that's a real thing. And playing as many old kids as we have, I mean, every day you just have to come in and lock in and realize that Hot Springs is the goal. And so reaching that goal has just been, I don't know, amazing, a dream come true, whatever you want to call it.
What was maybe a game earlier this year that was kind of a turning point for you guys?
I think probably one of the biggest turning points definitely would have been when we beat Jonesboro High School at Marmaduke. I mean, a 1A school beating a 6A school, that doesn't happen very often. And that was just really kind of, everybody played together and we all played really well that night. And we all just came back to the locker room thinking, you know, this can work. Like, we're still good. We still got it. You know, we can still make it to Hot Springs.
Just, I asked Coach this, but how special is it? I mean, you guys in Norfolk facing each other the third year in a row. I don't think it's happened in a very long time.
It is special. I know I'm tired of playing them, and I'm sure they're tired of playing us, but it is special. And when you really think about it, I don't think we'd have it any other way. I mean, this is the kind of the last takeaway game, if you want to call it that, to prove, you know, which group's better or whatever.
Just for you personally, I mean, you know, what has just been like going back to last year? I mean, you know, got finals MVP. What was that experience like? I mean, you know, having a big game like that on a big stage.
It really was a dream come true, that MVP award. It's something me and my dad have always, since I was in second grade, that's kind of been our goal. That's why we worked so hard in the gym, you know, every day after practice. And reaching that goal was amazing. And it was the best feeling I've ever felt personally. And I'm just chasing that high, chasing that ring, just as I was last year. Nothing's changed on my end.
Last question. You touched on the community. How just special has it been to play for this Mammoth Spring community that's really embraces basketball from the get-go and has really embraced y'all these last couple years?
It's been incredible. I will always believe that we have the best community in girls basketball. I mean, from our booster club to just businesses downtown, they support us in so many ways. And you always know when Mammoth Spring shows up, we're bringing a crowd. We might be a little crazy, but we're bringing a crowd. And